So on behalf of the Buffalo Bill Center of the West, I want to welcome you to Cody, Wyoming. I am Jeremy Johnston. I'm the curator of the Buffalo Bill Museum and the managing editor of the papers of William F. Cody. The purpose of the Buffalo Bill Centennial Symposium is not only to honor the centennial of the passing of Buffalo Bill and the founding of the Buffalo Bill Memorial Association, but it is also intended to bring together established and emerging scholars to consider the life and legacy of Buffalo Bill and determine new directions in scholarly research in the subfield we refer to now as Cody Studies. The mission of the papers of William F. Cody is to provide access to primary resources documenting the life and career of Buffalo Bill, as well as the cultural legacy of Buffalo Bill's Wild West. Now, Don Russell identified over 112 different Wild West shows that performed before, during, and after Buffalo Bill's time. If you stop someone on the street and ask them to name a Wild West show, they'll give you one answer: Buffalo Bill's Wild West. Sometimes people occasionally remember Pawnee Bill, thanks to Ethel Merman and Annie Get Your Gun, or the Miller Brothers, okay, both institutions of which Buffalo Bill was connected. So other than Buffalo Bill, most individuals cannot identify these other shows. And the scholars collected here today want to know why, and we'll consider that through the next days. The papers of William F. Cody and the symposium participants reflect the Buffalo Bill Center of the West's tradition of research, interpretation, and scholarly outreach through interdisciplinary collaborations. As the Buffalo Bill Historical Center, many curators, directors, quite a few of them are here with us today, disseminated their research and expertise through many exhibits and publications. The Laram Summer Institute, hosted by the center beginning in the early 1980s, brought together students and leading scholars in the fields of archaeology, cultural anthropology, history, and environmental studies. And a few instructors from the Laram Institute are here with us today. When Kurt Graham became the Housel Director of the McCracken Research Library, he also oversaw the Cody Institute of Western American Studies, the Cody Institute of Western American Studies, established through the generosity of our current chairman of the Board of Trustees, Baron Collier. This entity funded many fellowships to promulgate Western American studies, including yours truly, and many of these fellows will be speaking today. Kurt also formed the papers of William F. Cody, which was established through a generous appropriation from the state of Wyoming and an earmark from the federal government, which became the subject of John McCain's campaign for presidency. These funds were generously matched by the Dellenback Foundation, and it is an honor to note that Dean Dellenback, Dean, if you could. Dean Dellenback is with us today. Additional donors also contributed to the papers through the years, including a very special person, Naoma Tate. Naoma oversees the advisory board for the Buffalo Bill Museum as well. One face is missing from the audience: Bob Dellenback. When I first pitched the idea of this symposium to him, he became very excited. He loved the idea, the prospect, and urged me forward. He really loved the idea of recognizing respected, published scholars, and more importantly, he wanted to bring them together with emerging scholars, and he wanted to represent a wide variety of fields within this symposium, various academic interests and studies. Bob passed away on December 25th, 2016, and this conference is dedicated to his memory. Although he is not in the audience, I know his spirit will be with us throughout these proceedings. I want to thank everyone who has contributed to this symposium, and I want to thank all the speakers and participants who are here today. We have brought together probably the best outstanding collection of scholars examining Buffalo Bill, his life, and his legacy here today. I also want to thank my staff for keeping me sane throughout this process, and hopefully I'll make it throughout the symposium. But anyway, my staff deserves a big round of applause, as do the other staff members here at the Buffalo Bill Center of the West. And with that, I want to bring up Dean. Dean wanted to say a few words, and then we'll launch into our first session.
Thank you very much, Jeremy. And it has been a great pleasure for Bob and me to be involved with this project from the very beginning. He was wonderful about seeing potential in people. And one of the people was, of course, Jeremy. And he urged him to start immediately on a PhD program, which he did. And Jeremy wears lots of hats. One of his newest ones is his cap that he got for PhD. And I would like to add to his collection of hats. This is a hat that belonged to Bob. And Jeremy is definitely the one who should be the owner.
Oh.
And it will fit anybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a hard cowboy hat. And it's adjustable. It will fit Jeremy.
I don't know if it'll go that big.
Oh, I think so.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, we're good.
There you are, Pilot's perfect.
So this is perfect for the next session. I'm going to need a hard hat.
Wonderful.
All right, thank you, Dean.
Jeremy.
Thank you, and thank you for all your support. All right, now I'm ready.